start, and I would like, this is your time to get on the soapbox. So you get 1 minute, name, company, and a little bit about who you are. And Jamar, we'll start with you.
Hello everybody, my name is Jamar Wilkins. I'm the Business Development Manager for Classic Vacations, serving Manhattan and Westchester County. Classic Vacations is, we find ourselves to be the innovator of the wholesale market here in the United States. We're doing a lot of different things. We're going to be partnering with Viator as our main tour and activity company, effective on June 11th. We recently changed our deposit requirement to only $20, as well as removed our change and cancellation fees. We feel our biggest competition are hotels direct. So when you're selling a Classic Vacations package, we're trying to be very transparent. So booking with us will be similar to kind of booking to hotel prices. We're on direct connectivity with 42% of our hotels right now. So our rates are fast, quick, easy, accessible, and that's just how we want to keep being the leaders of the wholesale market here in the United States.
Great. Love it. April.
Hi, my name is April Piazza. I'm the Business Development Manager for Club Med, and I cover Manhattan, Northern New Jersey, and Westchester County, among other areas. I'm very proud that I was just named by Travel Agent Magazine. I won 3rd place. I was for Top Supplier Rep and All-Inclusive category, so thank you for your votes. I'm hoping next year to beat out Charisma, but I think one of the things that sets Club Med apart is we're really here to partner with you, our travel agent partner. So I'm here to help develop the business and help you sell Club Med. I think that Club Med really has a misperception. We've been around for 64 years, and we've invested over $1.6 billion around the world, over 70 resorts, and everyone most often thinks of Caribbean, Mexico, and U.S., but we have over 20 ski resorts as well as Europe. So, and hopefully I'll have the opportunity to talk about our city stops, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Tamara Hathaway. I am the Director of Sales for Cox & Kings, handling the whole Northeast. For those that aren't as familiar, we do about 90% custom FIT. We handle the whole world, except for North America. We also do a small amount of group tours as well, with guaranteed departures, so some really great destinations there. We really handle a lot of your off-the-beaten-path type of destinations, so definitely think of us for those types of trips for your clients. And also just want to do a little congratulations to your agency. You had the most increase in business in 2013, so I do have a little award on the table back there to present you all as well. So thank you for your business.
Hi, I'm Merritt Taylor, VP of Sales for Abercrombie & Kent. I want to introduce Norma Spadola. To those of you that don't know her, she handles the Northeast and Eastern Canada. For Abercrombie & Kent, we have 7 other sales directors across the U.S., 2 of which are dedicated to connections. Some of you may remember Sean Johnson, who used to be here. He handles all of the connections for East Coast. So between Norma, Sean, myself, I hope that we can take care of you for anything to do with group tours or FIT tours through our USA office or any of our on-sites around the world. That's what makes A&K unique. So you have the ability to work with us either through our tour operation here in the U.S. or through our DMCs on the ground.
Great, thank you. Alistair.
Hi, Alistair Ballantyne. I'm with Remote Lands. Also Victoria Helly in the back of the room. She's in our New York office. Remote Lands is an Asian destination specialist. Remote Lands handles over 20 countries in Asia, and that's our specialization. We do bespoke, top-end FITs and small groups. And I mean truly bespoke, and every trip we design with you and for your clients, and all over Asia. And we have offices in New York, Bangkok's our head office in Asia, but also offices in India and China, etc. And one of the great advantages of coming to us is we can do multi-destination trips in Asia. So if you're doing a trip to 4 or 5 Southeast Asian countries, for example, you can come to us, you can call Victoria in the New York office, and we'll be able to put together a program tailor-made for your clients. And you'll get one quote in US dollars, and you can pay us directly in New York. So you can come to a one-stop shop. And we have Dennis Tan, who runs our operations out of Bangkok in Asia as well. So bespoke Asia travel. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
My name is Keir Matthews. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Europe Express. I will tell you one thing, I'm the guy who left his wallet in this hotel room this morning. Thank God for car service. Europe Express has been around for over 25 years, only and exclusively customized FITs and customized groups. Many of you in the room know who we are, we work with you, so I'll save the rest for others.
Hi, my name is Simon Elliott. I'm the Director of Sales for Butterfield and Robinson. We've been offering immersive active vacations since 1966. What we're known for predominantly is biking trips throughout France and Italy, but we do a lot more than that. Closing in on about almost half of our business now is private, and that's from small groups to large bespoke trips as well. We work with a lot of people here at Valerie Wilson, putting together really great custom trips. And what I'll say about a Butterfield and Robinson trip is the hosted is the really important thing to know that your clients are in really great hands on our trips. There's really not a lot of work to do once you book them, because we really take care of everything and we really sweat the small stuff really importantly so that magic can happen.
I'm Kathy Holler. I'm Vice President of Business Development for Travcoa. We're based out of Los Angeles, and many of you know me from the past. I used to be with Virtuoso, so if I look familiar, I haven't been here lately, it's from that time. But Travcoa this year is celebrating 60 years, traveling around the world in the styles of all luxury and also pioneering new destinations. We go to over 100 countries around the world, all 7 continents, and we do it 3 ways. We do it with our groups, they're very small groups, average 12 to 14 guests with a travel director and local guide. We do privately guided, which is basically FIT with private car and driver. And we also do our custom tailor-made, which is really where we're seeing a big growth from this office. So look forward to working with all of you. And I should also mention that we're owned by TUI, our parent company. Allianz is part of the UK, one of the largest travel companies in the world. And our sister companies here, Europe Express and Zegrahm Expeditions. So our family is here strong today.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Waldo Carminati with Delta Vacations. I promise I am the only Waldo at Delta Vacations. So if I get where's Waldo at Delta, any one of you will be talking. My focus is Delta's 8 most important clients. And by all means, Valerie Wilson Travel is certainly one of them. We've noticed that when you go through any other avenue, other than Delta Vacations, Delta Airlines directly, you lose level of service that you folks currently enjoy. That Delta Airline support desk, you give them a call. I'm convinced it's one big giant red button, and it says yes, and they smack it every time you call. Well, I'd like to let you know. I'd like to let you know that you now have that on the vacation side. With Delta Vacations, you now have a support desk, and I can trust you. I've been to Minot, North Dakota, where my call center is, and those folks have nothing to do but provide good customer service. Okay, the airport is 2 gates, it's a white picket fence, 3-year-old could defeat that security system. And I'm telling you folks, when I went to Minot, North Dakota, and I busted through those doors, because you know as a New Yorker, you gotta open both doors, you can't open just one. It was like the Willy Wonka of tour companies. They were such happy employees, and these are the employees that will be servicing you. You are what we consider a diamond elite for us, you're extremely important, and we want to serve you. Thank you.
Thanks, Bella. I'm not going to sound boring.
I just said at the end.
Hi, I'm Christine.
No, it was Kristen Day, sorry. Yeah, not as I'm not sure if I got to talk twice as fast or twice as long, because I have 2 brands. I have International Expeditions and Zegrahm Expeditions, all part of the TUI family, as Kathy said. They are both adventure companies, and we only deal in small groups. So it's really an opportunity to give your clients a place to explore the world with professional guides, and our guides are phenomenal. But I think what you'll find is the itineraries are exceptional. And I think you have to have the combination of those 2 things to really give your clients a memory that they're going to have for a lifetime. I just returned from Papua New Guinea with Zegrahm and the Galapagos with International Expeditions, and let me tell you, phenomenal experience and lots of memories going on in Christina Dia. No, but I'm here to help you. That's all I'm here to do. So I look forward to growing our business, and I look forward to chatting in detail later. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ramona Monzi. I am the Director of Sales for Micato of Safaris. Valerie Wilson Travel. I'm very familiar with Valerie Wilson Travel. I used to cover in my former day when I wore another hat. I've been working with Micato for 8 years now. Micato Safaris is a family-owned and operated company with over 45 years of experience. Our owners are the Pinto family. They are native Kenyans. They live in Nairobi. They oversee all of the daily operations. Our managing director and our headquarters is here on 26th Street. It's just a couple of blocks away, so you can walk to our call center and meet all of our agents. Micato, what sets us apart from a lot of other companies, in fact, is that we are regional specialists. We only focus on certain areas, East Africa and Southern Africa, as well as India. We do escorting programs with guaranteed departures, all inclusive, and 50% of our business are FITs. We've also recently won the World Savers Condé Nast Award again for the second time. The reason that we won this award, this very prestigious award, is for our one-for-one commitment. For every safari that you book with Micato, we are sending a child to school. Thank you.
Great, thank you. So, thank you very much. We actually did that in exactly almost about a minute each, so I appreciate that. I don't know about you guys, but I am so super excited about this panel. The diversity here today is bar none, so thank you very, very much. Let's show a show of hand from the panelists how you're feeling business is trending. Hands up for it's up over last year. Okay, that's an easy question. From the audience, are we feeling the same thing when it comes to, okay. Then life is good. Okay, far better than the conversation we were having a couple of years ago when we were trying to figure out how we were going to drum up business. So let's move to trends. Business is back. We're feeling good. Clients are out there. Where do you sort of see your company is going in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you think the next new big idea that your company is going to take it from, where you're seeing demand is coming from? Anybody can start. It doesn't matter. April.
I can tell you that ski is our largest growth area, and our sales right now for winter are 35% up over same time last year. Club Med is actively seeking another ski resort to bring back to North America, and because of that, we've so heavily promoted our ski resorts. In Europe, we have over 22 ski resorts, so for Club Med, that's a huge opportunity, completely all-inclusive, lift tickets, instruction, all your meals, drinks, activity, après-ski, so there's a lot of fun, there's dancing, there's our great GOs, who is our staff who live on property, and we have a new resort called Val Thorens. We already had one, that will close when the new one opens this winter, this December, and we used social media a lot, so social media through Facebook, voted on the name, Val Thorens Sensation, voted on, the design of our shirts. Fashion is big in Club Med, and our boutiques do really well, so
that's amazing. So I think that actually is a trend, if you pick the name by social media.
Yes.
Wow, I mean, that's just wow.
As well as other activities, like you could jump off a helicopter and ski.
No, I'll pass on that one. Okay.
Okay. Or you could bike down a mountain.
I used to lose me on that one. Okay, now.
I pass on
Go
that.
ahead.
While at Delta Vacations, we have, of course, our mainstay, which is Mexico, Caribbean, and Hawaii. And right now, we are running our Endless Summer promotion, where you earn 5% uncapped on all air, and you earn 17% on the land. But it just doesn't stop there, and this is what really differentiates us. I swear that, I'm sorry, because not only do you get that 5% and 17%, your clients will get air credits up to 500. Your clients will earn up to 10,000 additional Sky Bonus miles per person. And on top of that, you will earn 300 points toward the Rewards to Go program, which you turn them in for e-certificates, and you get to enjoy your own vacations. But by all means, as well as because we make a lot Delta, Europe is very important for us. We just added the Amalfi Coast to our Italy program. We added Grenada, just added Iceland, and I wouldn't say the name of the airport, but I always mess it up. But you all know what I'm talking about. So you're going to see with Delta Vacations, we're going to mirror what Delta Airlines does, because once again, we're solely owned by them.
Great, so we've got skiing, we've got Europe. I see a trend here coming along a little bit with more value add is still really important with what the consumer is looking for. Kristen?
What we're really excited about is a trend that we've seen grow over time, and that's both the growth of custom, but really in your pre and post extensions. Clients are getting really excited once they get to a destination to just go all out and really discover it while they already spent the airfare. So we're seeing a lot of really great growth in our pre and post, and sometimes it's a predetermined, a preset departure, but a lot of it is coming out of custom, which is fantastic, because it's excellent service, and you know you're getting exactly what your client wants. And the other part of that is we're seeing a lot of single travelers, and so we're doing our best to, we are waiving single supplements and really encouraging that audience to come out and travel.
Do you have set departures that are single oriented, or is it just?
It's part of it, no,
Which is
not
part
a
of the
set
whole-
departure, yeah, we're just waiving the supplements,
Great.
yeah, but it's a growing trend, yeah.
Mark?
I think what Classic is preparing to do for, let's say, 2020 is kind of bridge the gap to a new customer type that's in the marketplace. We have our baby boomers that are doing multi-generational travel trips, spending a lot of money. Then we have our Gen Xers that are the moms and dads of the world. But then we have our millennial clients that are looking for fast, instant, quick vacations, and they're prepared to go to a Mallory and say, hey, look, I want this, this, and this, and how to give them the tools that you guys need. So not only just said, oh, we have this hotel, we have this destination, but giving you guys a tool with our Classic Assist page, which is built out with customizable tools so you guys can brand Valerie Wilson Travel to keep clients, but all those are e-documents, our customizable brochures that have tear sheets where you can kind of click on and give them a variety of options. We have to kind of be ahead of the curve with the new clients that are coming in the marketplace because they are researching information. So we're just kind of loading our Classic Assist page to give more information so you guys are prepared to deal with different types of customer types that are growing in the marketplace. Because that in 2020, the Gen Xers and millennials, that's going to be the luxury affluent client. That's kind of
Great.
the
I
rise.
mean, we're all definitely seeing clients want more flexibility and more choice, and they want it at their fingertips, bar none. And I loved how you tried to connect it to making it more efficient for the advisors, because we are all in information overload.
Yes.
Like how we all keep it straight, not quite sure. Simon?
Yes, speaking of baby boomers, let's not forget them yet, because they're actually still a big part of our business, and one thing that's really been a trend in us is our flat and easygoing biking trips and the electric assist bicycles that we have available.
We talked about that last year, and I think that was brilliant.
What's-
The fact that I mean the motor on bike.
Exactly, these e-bikes, and these
I'm not a baby boomer, and I want to
just for the record. Very briefly, our best-selling trips this year are Verona to Venice biking flat, Alsace and Champagne biking flat, and Atlantic France biking also flat. And the electric assist bicycle is really a game changer, because the big challenge in our business is getting both halves of a couple on a trip. She might do spinning, he might say, forget a bike trip. We'll get him an e-bike. These bikes are really great. They're bicycles with a little bit of an engine that helps. It's quiet. It's a kick. It's just a kick. You have to pedal. You have to pedal. It's not a. It doesn't do it for you. You have to
real
pedal.
hard.
It feels flat. Yeah, it feels flat.
Yeah.
I got the greatest questionnaire just the other day from one of our first spring trips, and it was a complaint actually, and it was from a woman who had an electric assist bicycle in Tuscany, and she said none of our events were set up on time. And that's because she had the electric assist bicycle on full, and she was getting she was at lunch by 11 a.m. So.
She wasn't competitive at all. That's okay. Okay, who's next? Great trends here. Yeah, Tamara.
So we're seeing a couple things. First of all, we're getting a ton of requests lately for genealogy trips, people wanting to trace their roots, and so we're doing some great itineraries for that. And second, we're kind of, no pun intended, jumping on board the river cruising thing, because we know that's been a pretty consistent trend, so that's something that we're now offering. It's river cruising, we can do the pre and post, and do some great shore excursions and stuff for you there, so.
Great.
Alistair. We're called Remote Land, but one of the trends we've seen is actually our clients not just going to core Asian destinations, but going to more remote Asian destinations, such as Borneo, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, destinations that have been growing rapidly in the last 12 months for us. Also destinations coming back, but particularly it comes to mind is Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a big way.
Super. Mara?
I mean, our main trend is that we're seeing growth at sort of both ends of the spectrum, from the private jet end, where our trips sold out last year. We have other trips this year for Africa and another around the world, an encore from the very popular one last year. Those are selling really well, and then the Connections, our new, more value-oriented brand, is in triple-digit growth. So that's, thank you, Sean. Sean's done a great job launching that product in the marketplace. And so we're finding that we try to differentiate our client list and say, oh, this is, a Connections client, or this is a private jet client, and they're baffling us because they swap between the products. So if they're going with, if it's a grandparents going with their grandkids, they might like to do Connections Europe because it's the price point they want with a group that they want, and then they might do the private jet as a couple. So,
Yeah, I think you're absolutely, no consumer is the same.
right, for every single
For
trip.
every single trip,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
who they travel with, and I think that's becoming more and more obvious today than ever before. Carrie, you had your hand up.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I think for us, we continue to look at our product. We're completely customized, so we're constantly reviewing our product, and now we've taken that down to quarterly to see what's selling, see what's moving, and adjusting the product range. One of the most interesting things that we decided to do moving into next year is maybe not quite spend so much money on marketing and creating materials and investing those resources in getting the travel advisor into the destinations. So offering more familiarization trips that are not so hotel specific, because I think most of us anywhere can find out anything we need to know about a hotel. But most of us have a very difficult time finding about those insider unique experiences that they can book for their clients. So this is not, a slam on the hotel industry. I think they do a fantastic job of educating agents about their product. What we want to do is make sure that the advisor community is really well informed about the destination. So we've started partnering with our tourism board partners to really take, you take France, for example. I mean, we've done, for the last 2 years, we've done one familiarization trip each year to France. Now, we're breaking it up over the next 2 years, and we're going to hit all of the major regions. So that's where we're putting our money. That's the trend that we're seeing, because when the frontline advisor is aware and knowledgeable about the destination, it becomes much easier to sell.
Talking firsthand, you can never take away the power of what that means, but you also have it on your website where you share what the insider moments are, so any advisor can go to the website if they don't have the opportunity to travel with you guys, correct?
I mean, the best thing we offer, besides our people and all of those things, is the city-specific destination guides. You can go there, and it gives you an overview of the city. Restaurants, bars, nightlife, shopping. I mean, I tell this story, and I'll tell it again. I was going to Sevilla, Spain, and I grabbed the destination guide as I was leaving the office, going home to pack for the trip. And I was flipping through it in the car, and I realized that Sevilla is the shoe capital of Europe. They are still making shoes.
Oh boy.
Right. So, I think you know how this story ends, but it ended somewhere along the lines of an extra duffel bag in my suitcase and 14 pairs of shoes and 1 pair of boots. Right? So, those are the that's the type of information that you're going to find that I wouldn't have known any other way. So that's a resource that we make available for sure.
Great, so.
One of the travel trends that we're seeing a lot at Micato is private planes. It's much more accessible. People can travel on their own at their own time. And our clients are luxury clients. Luxury is definitely on an upscale, and they want to be wowed. So we recently had a trip where we brought the clients in with a private plane, and we had the ATVs waiting for them, and they literally drove the ATVs back to the property. So it's that kind of client that we're seeing. It's that wow experience.
I think Tabby, you want to
Yeah, one of the interesting trends we've seen lately is called panks. Have anybody heard of that word, panks? They're professional aunts with no kids. It's a new trending term. And we're actually getting quite a few. So when you start looking at family travel, it's those aunts that have the money to spend, they haven't had children, and they pamper those kids. I mean, some of the most expensive trips that we've been booking are for panks, so something to watch out for.
Yeah. Super, any questions from the audience? Yeah, Minnie.
I have one question. When you book a tour and everything goes fine, and there's no problem, everybody comes back happy, we're happy, they're happy, you're happy. But I'm questioning, this morning when they declared martial law in Bangkok, how do you handle such emergencies, which unfortunately has been happening more and more often in more and more destinations?
Well, I think for us, it doesn't happen that much in Europe. We tend to have a few more strikes,
Even like last year in Istanbul, I mean,
Right.
people got hysterical.
So one of the great things for us and for you and your clients is 24-hour in-destination customer support. So they can call someone in their time zone who can assist them in their time of need. The other great resource about, in particular us and Travcoa and IE and Zegrahm, is we're part of the world's largest leisure travel company. So when things go wrong, we probably have a sister brand on the ground. And I can tell you story after story. I will tell you my quick one. I was here during the London snowstorm, and Kimberly said, we had an appointment, and Kimberly said, what are you doing here? Why aren't you busy? I'm like, we have a team on the ground. They're taking care of everything. So I can continue to do the work that I do. So you really want to book with tour operators and suppliers that can offer you that level of support.
So quick question on that. So you just said that the client can call them directly in the same time zone. Can the travel advisor call that same number? And because most times our clients are emailing us first and saying, how?
What do I do?
Absolutely. We make it available for everybody.
Since we have an office in Bangkok, it's particularly relevant.
You're loving life right now, aren't you?
It's fine, actually, it's fine, because we're there on the spot. We have Dennis, we have Jane, we have our team in Bangkok, we have our guides, obviously, with the clients there. We have 24/7 phone service, which will be on their final documents, which you will have a copy of, so that it can be handled instantaneously on the ground. And they will know that where not to go in Bangkok, and where you can quite safely go in Bangkok. And in fact, 95% of Bangkok is quite safe to go.
Even now?
Even now, absolutely. Actually, safer, probably safer today than it was 2 days ago.
Actually, within 1 hour this morning, I got remote lands message and our message from Bangkok, both saying that things are fine, and I'm sure you got it, I hope you got it as well. So that was I was going to say, the key is information. We need to keep you informed so that you can keep your clients calm.
Does anybody have something different than a 24-hour service or? Okay.
Well, with us, you're with our tour guides. I mean, you're on the boots on the ground with our tour guides that are with your clients, and they're not only on the ground locally, but they have their whole infrastructure there. So we have so many people. We have the same service that Kira mentioned, but more importantly, your clients are going to be with someone from Zegrahm or IE, and they'll take care of it.
The other thing on that note is having advance intelligence. I think we've known what's going on. We're watching the markets. I think we're all the same. We have advance intelligence, and we would be elevating even before an incident happened if we felt there was a concern. So I don't think it's not a surprise that we wake up this morning when it's martial law in Bangkok. We've all known it was coming in the last few days.
So you're preparing on your end. Are you then communicating that with the advisors so we can start to prep our clients?
In our particular case, what we would be doing is we would be doing a canvas of looking where we have clients. And if we have clients in a destination where we would have a concern, yes, we would bring the agent involved in the communication. In some cases, it's really just to calm them down. You know, when you look at Nairobi, for example, you know, everybody's, you know, obviously expressing concern right now. Nairobi is a destination we're all watching very, very carefully. But I think as long as you've got on the ground information, again, our sister company is on the ground. We have, you know, daily reports or even twice, 3 times a day reports, and I'm sure, again, all of us are getting that. So when something is of concern, we will bring it to the attention of our agents and the clients.
We're going to move to another question unless there's like some burning that's so different than anything else that's been said.
Because you brought up something with Nairobi, and thank you for bringing that up. I know that everybody's heard there's certain things that do go on in Nairobi, and just a couple of days ago, the State Department put out a warning but that warning, just for everyone's information, is a warning that's been there for the past 11 years. So it's not something that's new. But going back to the situation, we're a family-owned company, and one of the things with Micato is that we always have advance notice about everything. Our owners are actually live there, so if anyone knows something, they know it before anyone else, and we convey that information to the agents on this end, because we have an emergency number that the agents can contact. But also in Nairobi, what we did the last time is we actually had passengers who were there, and we put them in a different hotel, not because there was a situation, but because the press was there. So as far as travel to Nairobi, it's quite safe. And if anyone has questions, you can feel free to call and speak to our CFO.
Perfect. I mean, so clearly I'm going to speak on behalf of all the advisors. No surprise. We live in a world that there's so much information out there. The media often creates a hype that's unnecessary. The more each of you as suppliers can do to help communicate with us far enough in advance to help us work with our clients is something that helps build loyalty with each of your brands. So just something for you to consider. So we're going to totally, because we're running out of time, we're going to move to a rapid fire question. Not sure if you guys know how to do it, but we're going to try. tell me something I don't know about your brand. What is like the one thing that you think is the coolest thing that you guys do that you have to share with us?
For us, I have to say that Delta Vacation Support Desk.
Support
I mean,
desk.
our first call was a person in destination, incorrect name, they called the travel professional up and said, look, my mistake, I gave you my nickname, not my passport name. That's never happened before, right? TSA, luckily let them out of the country. So there's the guy in Paris, he calls up his travel professional, says, you gotta help me. The travel professional says, no problem, $1,700 right to your credit card, we'll get you home. They call the travel support
service,
desk.
great.
All of our guides and guide training learn how to saber a champagne bottle. I think that's
As long as I've got the motorized bike, I'm happy.
We have our dine around program where you can eat wherever you want, inside the hotel, outside the hotel. A lot of people don't know is that if it's the best restaurant in the city and you want to get into it, it's booked 6 months out. When you make your reservation, we'll actually make that dinner reservation for you as well.
Great.
Spontaneity, nature and wildlife, you can't choreograph them, so the fun things are, I just rode under a waterfall with Zegrahm, just because we could. So, right, it's awesome, but it's great.
Yeah.
2 new things for our group tours, for those of you who were not at the 100 Club meeting. We have the Traveler's Valet, which means on the group tours you can have your laundry done halfway through the trip, so you can pack less. A lot of people love that. And then our sundowners are famous in Africa, but we are now taking them, there's an element of sundowner everywhere around the world now, I think. So there's a spot in every single one of our journeys where we have an experience like that. That's in addition to the Ride Like a Local from last year. I think that's it. That's 3.
We're doing, I hope you know, but if you don't, we're doing this great private jet trip with Allianz Resorts, which goes from Beijing to Hangzhou to Bhutan to northern India and down to Sri Lanka. A beautiful private jet for just 18 passengers, staying all at Allianz Resorts.
Yeah, totally slumming it for those. What can I
Hate
say?
to do that.
Here.
Most people don't know, but the NFL plays 3 regular season games in London every year. And for the 5th year in a row, we're the exclusive partner for the NFL for those games. So for all of the home teams, anyone who has a client that wants to book one of those packages can only book it through us.
Great. Anybody else? Cool idea. Camera.
We partnered with MasterChef, the TV show, and we're doing some guided food tours in a few different destinations, and the contestants who specialize in each region will be leading those tours. So it's kind of exciting.
Cool. April.
Club Med with 64 years of history, it's hard to pick out one thing you might not know because we've evolved so much over the years. And I know that everybody hears about our GOs, and that's what I think creates the difference with Club Med's all-inclusive concept is we have 2 different kinds of staff, which you might not know. The GOs are gracious organizers who live on property and come from all around the world, and they're there to make you happy, make your clients happy. They run the different events, and they're professional. But we also have the GEs, and they're the locals. They're our gracious employees, so they go home at the end of their workday. And it creates a different atmosphere and ambiance and a very unique, fun, happy place to be.
Great. Next, anybody?
I think I may have blew my cover with Viator when I first did my introduction, but we sell villas in Italy. I was just with Gila Barnini and Banti Escalon, our European product director, and for those who work with Stephen Johansson, we do have a good portfolio of villas in Italy that we can kind of sell to your clients that fit from 2 people to 60 people, that range from 800 euros to about anything you want €1 per week. So we have a wide variety of different types of villa options in Tuscany.
And is that on your website with like layouts?
Yeah, it's called it's Classic Vacations VWT.villasInItaly.com. So
Only in Italy.
it's only well, obviously we have other villas that kind of connect to hotels and certain
Right.
destinations, but in Italy is our key market in Europe.
Insider access to all of the top restaurants. All you need to do is talk to us. Conference calls, we're very big on conference calls. It's something that I've talked about continuously with the agents. We'll literally talk to you. We'll talk to your clients. We'll actually go and visit your clients if they're local. If there's an agent who has a group that we'd like us to speak to, we can go there directly and speak with them. And we also offer on all our FITs, I don't know if you're aware of it, but 14% commission on all the internal air.
Great. Questions from the audience? Yes, Susan.
Is there ever a time for the tour operators where the single supplement is reduced because sometimes they're so high and
Antarctica right now, $3,000 off. and it's rare that ever happens. So
We have one for Botswana right now, $68.95 from New York, 8 nights, Foreign Express with Belmont, and it's so low price.
So how's the best way to get that information to us? Because how would we know that?
Here today.
What?
No, on the website.
So okay, and if we call Res, if we said, do you have any single supplement, discounted trips?
We've got a lot that we waive solo, so right now we've got about 6 different group departures, and then we have some special private journey departures that are solo.
Great, Joy?
I just checked it last week when I was doing China, and they said they had maxed out on the amount of single supplements that they were giving on a trip. So
And
I'm
that
just
can't-
asking,
that
when I
can't
get that
happen.
answer,
Yeah,
is
then
that?
call me.
No, that's actually good to know, because unfortunately I went to A and K, but that, no. I don't mean it in a bad way, I just meant it's actually, no, I'm learning, so if it's not available,
It
I
can
could
happen
call you.
because you'll max out, we'll actually give out some, certain numbers.
elevated,
you just
don't get
X
But
amount.
usually I say call me.
Okay, no, that's why I'm here,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
question.
great. So I was gonna end with a different question, and I think I wanna switch to, just the sheer fact that we were talking about single supplements, and how do we get this information? So what's the one best tool or recommendation that you can give us about your company on how we can better work together as a partner?
Just sign up at World Age Direct, and you have an option to get our emails, and you'll receive all our emails. Are in the summer on London promotion right now, where you have exclusive airfare and sales of
And how often do you email? Because otherwise it becomes too many.
Yeah, it's usually on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, okay.
Usually. But you know what? Real easy, go to your profile and just turn it off. On and off as you wish. Also.
So yeah, we have an agent portal, and we've worked really hard with the agent emails that we send, and it's twice a month. And what I'm really trying to send is a destination, and here's what's great about this destination, here's what's great about this destination with Butterfield and Robinson, and it's bullet points, and just to the point, and let us know when we've had big success with that. We're just trying to give you the information you need. You don't need a big image that's going to take a long time to load necessarily. We know you're already inspired.
Mary?
Actually, thanks to a great idea Norma had, we're summarizing our promotions into a PDF weekly that she can send you to post on your intranet, if that would be helpful.
Great.
Things like Egypt right now are selling like hotcakes, believe it or not. It's a default. We've got 5 departures we just opened.
Egypt,
Yeah.
wow.
So, yeah.
As I mentioned, the single travelers are really becoming a growing market, so what we do is right on the banner on our webpage, it's single supplement fees, waived subject to availability, so it's right there for everybody to see, but we also do the summary of promotions, I actually have some here.
So anything different besides agent portals, newsletters, emails, some other great idea you have?
One thing I want to mention about our clubmedta.com is if you do sign up for a newsletter, you can upload the Valerie Wilson Travel logo so that when you receive our newsletter, it'll already come in there. So if you want to forward it to a client, it looks like it came right from Valerie Wilson Travel.
In addition to regular newsletters we do every 2 weeks, if you go on our website, you'll find about 400 to 500 different bespoke FIT suggested itineraries.
Fabulous. Love that. Anything else? Okay, so we're gonna wrap up with, I should have probably mentioned it from the beginning, but given the fact that we're videotaping it, we're also doing a huge social media campaign around our tour fair. So, we are gonna be, Facebooking and tweeting your quick little blurb about your company. So, for example, I say Valerie Wilson Travel, I think of the power of access. So very succinctly, give us something that you would like us to tweet about you. Happy.
I'd say Travcoa, the power of collaboration.
I'd say Butterfield and Robinson slow down to see the world in 2014 and 2015.
Slow down and see the whole about that. Okay.
Europe Express, customized, organized, specialized.
I think you did that last year.
Remote lands, insider access in Asia.
Abercrombie and Kent, innovation from the experts on the ground.
Cox and Kings, go off the beaten path.
Club Med, the creator of upscale, all-inclusive, multicultural vacations for families and friends.
Classic Vacations, top luxury wholesaler, 5 years in a row by Birch Wilson.
Micato Safari is the trip of a lifetime and it can change the course of a child's life through education.
Zegrahm Expeditions is beyond the destination. And IE International Expeditions is just classic natural history. Get out there and see it and do it.
Okay, Waldo.
With Delta Vacations, we're here to support you.
Great. Any last questions before we wrap up? Thank you so very much, and it was an amazing, amazing 45 minutes that we had together. Thank you.